Sam, there are too many. You can't have them all.
Well, I can take these ones here.
All right, that's a scene from the new movie Machine Gun Preacher. It's the inspirational true story of a hardened criminal who turns his life around and becomes the savior of kidnapped and orphaned children in Africa. We're joined now by the star of the film, Gerard Butler, along with our entertainment reporter, Bill Zwecker here. And so, what a film. You saw it last night.
I saw it last night with a real audience, not just critics, which is always a good way to see a film. And I tell you, very powerful, very moving, and obviously a tough role for you to have to tackle, because you're playing this guy who goes from being a drug addict, a gang member, you know, an ex-con, not a nice guy, finds God, and then discovers this issue of the children of Sudan who have been horribly brutalized. So amazing.
You just said it all.
Thanks for coming in, Gerard.
Any answer to that would just be me repeating what you said.
Well,
no.
That's why I wanted to take it on. I mean, you almost think when you hear this story, it almost feels unbelievable. And sometimes I'm explaining the story to people, and before I tell them it's a true story, they're like, yeah, right. And no, it's the story. This is what this man went through. It's unforgettable, as is the film. And for me, that's why I played it. I had to take on a role like that.
Yeah, and the children in it are just amazing. Obviously, you shot this in South Africa for political reasons. Obviously, you can't go shooting it in Sudan. But just, you were talking about that earlier when we were off set, you know, the way these children affected you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, just being surrounded by these children every day, that was, without a doubt, my favourite part of the movie, is that they're there, they're surrounding you. They're so much fun, and they had so much warmth. And then, just at moments you realize these are the same kids that are being mutilated every day, being murdered, being forced to murder other children, going into villages, you know, because they're abducted, they're turned into child soldiers, you know, forced to commit the most horrific atrocities. And then you see these kids, they're so beautiful that just at times, the movie affected me very powerfully.
It sounds like it.
Well, speaking also, there's another Chicago angle, and that is Michael Shannon, who's a wonderful actor, is from Chicago, and of course plays your best friend in this film, and it must have been fun working. I mean, these are tough roles, but it must have been fun working. He's got a great sense of humor.
Well, like you say, it's a tough role, but you obviously make friends, you work with people that you respect, and there's nobody quite like Michael, as a person and as a performer. And, you know, I think we're very lucky to have him in the movie. I mean, he gives such heart in the story, and to me, you know, some of the points that I found the most, the saddest, most heartbreaking are around Michael.
Yeah.
Gerard, we got to get to some video here of 300, because I think all of our female viewers would be really feeling like we just left out a huge moment.
Were you in that movie?
If we didn't get to see you at Leonidas, right? As what
a different kind of hard work, right? And working to be in that kind of shape.
Yeah, I mean, that was
your
hard
abs
work.
still look just like that, right?
Actually, yeah. I'm not as big as I was, but I'm still pretty cut.
Oh,
but
you are.
I love that the clip you show is me getting an arrow right through my heart.
That was intentional, Gerard. So you get guys coming up to you, maybe you've had a pint too many, and seen you playing this tough, ripped guy, and said, "Oh, he's not so." Do you ever have to deal with that? You know, guys saying he's not such a big, tough guy, I can handle him.
A couple of times, But I'm a Glasgow boy, so I know
so you know what you're doing.
That's a tough and rumble area.
I'm surprised, though, the amount of people. To be honest, almost it's 99% warmth and friendliness, because they loved the movie. And I'm almost amazed, because you're right. Yeah, I would have thought that would have happened more. But most of them, or they'll come up and go, "Oh, my girlfriend loves you," or my wife. And I always think, well, you're taking it very well. Because I always feel like, I always feel a little bit uncomfortable when you hear that. And you're like, "Oh, thanks. So,
a lot of girlfriends love you, and a lot of
I always said to my wife, you'd be the one free pass. Okay.
How do you respond to that?
If you ever get desperate, you've got lots of options.
There you go.
Hey, you're not on Twitter, I just found out, either. I was going to tweet about Gerard Butler. You're one of the celebrities I've met who's not on? You don't like
Not
it?
a social media guy?
No, not really. In fact, you just said, "Hey, Jerry, what's your handle?" And I'm like, what is she talking about? What's my angle? What are you all about? What are you really
What's
about?
What's that code for?
But you can still tweet about him. I have a feeling you'll be following him.
Yeah, because you were typing away, and I'm like, what are you doing, sending emails?
No, I was writing for you. I'm like, you're sitting right next to me, and this is a big moment. So I was like, okay.
Thanks for being here, Gerard. Good luck with the movie.
Absolutely. Opens
All right.
September 30th in Chicago.
All right, we're right back in a minute.